Hello and welcome to episode number 32 of the Golf Front Podcast. My name is Brett Bevilacqua. I'm a realtor with Carolina Property Sales in Southern Pines, North Carolina. Every Monday, I release a new episode profiling one of the over 60 fantastic golf courses located in the Sandhills of North Carolina. This is the place to live if you live to play golf. We continue with the Pinehurst Resort, this time where it all started, Pinehurst No.1. According to history, some hotel guests introduced the game of golf to Pinehurst in the dairy cattle grazing fields. This disturbed the herds. James Walker Tufts, a Boston soda fountain magnate and man who created Pinehurst Resort, hired Dr. D. Leroy Culver to design and build a golf course at Pinehurst. In February of 1898, a 9-hole course was constructed. Pinehurst's first golf professional, John Dunn Tucker, was hired in 1899 to add an additional 9 holes. The following year, Tufts hired a young Scottish golf professional named Donald Ross to direct golf operations at Pinehurst. He redesigned the 18 holes at Pinehurst and No.1 was born. In 1903, the Pinehurst Golf Club was established and the North-South Championship Series was underway. Pinehurst No.1 is a par 70 that plays just over 6,000 yards from the tips and 5,800 from the white tees. From the back, the rating is 68.4 with a slope of 118. From the white tees, it has a rating of 67.4 with a slope of 113. There are only 2 par 5s on the course and 3 par 3s on the front with just 1 on the back. There have been many changes over the year to accommodate the construction and renovation of other courses, most notably the addition of the Cradle, a 10-acre short course consisting of 9 holes that is a must-play for all visitors to Pinehurst. That being said, much of the original design is still there. The first hole at Pinehurst No.1 is a medium-length par 4 that bends slightly to the left and runs downhill. The right rough is dotted with bunkers, and there is a small bunker to the left of the small green that has a mini false front and also falls off to the left side. The second is a long straightaway par 4 that plays along the Pinehurst harness track. There is quite a bit of landing room off the tee, but the fairway tightens up substantially to a green that is flanked by a pair of bunkers. The third hole is a short dogleg right par 4 that really becomes a challenge if you don't put your tee shot center or center right in the fairway. Most players will need to leave the driver in the bag as it is easy to outdrive the fairway on this hole. By Pinehurst standards, the first 3 greens are fairly tame and played a bit slow the last time I was on the course. The fourth is a short par 5 that is reachable in 2. Upon your approach, the fairway tightens, but rough on both the right and left will funnel you back into the fairway if you stay out of the trees. There is a bunker front right you will need to avoid. The green is wider and a bit more shallow than the previous 3 holes. It is also crowned in the middle, making putts from front to back or vice versa a challenge. The fifth is a short par 3 to a very large green. If you hit the front right of the green, you may not hold and could risk rolling back into a very deep bunker. The par 4-6 is a medium-length dogleg left that plays uphill until the turn. Players that have a good draw game can go for it off the tee, but everyone else should club down and put it near the 150-yard marker. Players who are a bit bolder can grab a driver and aim over the left side rough bunkers. There is a bunker front right, and the green is a bit elevated and sloped back to front. The seventh is a medium-length par 3 that really doesn't play as long as it looks. The green is large and quite deep. On the par 4 8th, you will need to favor the left side as the fairway is aggressively sloped from left to right. Anything off the tee to the right, maybe even right center, will run the risk of rolling into the right-hand side rough. The large green is uphill and flanked by 2 small bunkers. If the pin is back and you are worried about going long, keep it to the right side. 9 is a very short par 3 that was recently added to the course to make up for the lost hole when the Cradle was built. It sort of plays backwards, and you'll see what I mean when you play the course. 9 is perhaps the toughest green on the course. It is protected by a bunker front left and back right. The 10th is another short par 4, and it is all in front of you. Much like the 8th, the fairway falls off to the right, but not quite as extreme. The green is elevated with bunkers protecting both the right and left front. It isn't as challenging as the 8th green, but it did give me some trouble. 11 is a long straightaway par 4. Again, avoid the right side of the fairway as it slopes off and into the rough. The green is deep and protected by a bunker front right. Overshooting this green could spell disaster. 12 is a monster par 3 playing well over 200 yards from the white tees. If in doubt, favor the right side of the green, avoiding the bunker about 10 yards in front and then to the right of the green. The left side bunker has potential to put a triple on your scorecard. 13 is a medium-length par 4 that can be difficult. Off the tee, you will want to keep it left and you should roll to the right. The green is one of the larger greens on number 1, and don't forget to avoid the bunkers that flank the green. 14 is a short par 4. Off the tee, you will want to aim just to the right of the mounds on the left side. Playing over the mounds may leave you in the rough. From there, you should not be much more than a wedge to the green. 15 is another medium-length par 4. The ideal tee shot will favor the right side, leaving you a wide open shot to a very large green. There is a bunker front left that may leave you with no shot for a par. 16 is a long dogleg left par 4. The bunker to the left is easily carried even with a modest tee shot. From there you are hitting to a small but wide open back to front sloping green. 17 is a very short and straight par 4 that begs you to let it rip with your driver and go for the green. There are a pair of bunkers up front flanking the green. 18 is another short hole, this time a par 5, just the second on the course. The bunker in the fairway is unreachable for most players, but keeping your tee shot just to the right will give you the best angle at the green. Though the 18 feels sort of out of place on number 1, if it were a par 4, it would fit right in to Pinehurst number 2 or number 4. Pinehurst number 1 is probably my least favorite Pinehurst course, which is sort of an unfair statement, as it is a great course when compared to many of the offerings in the Sandhills. When compared to the rest of the courses at the resort, it has its moments, but will never be confused with number 2 through number 9. I still like it and will continue to play number 1 as there is so many opportunities to score and it is impeccably maintained. Greens fees range from $100 to $130 depending on time of year, making it among the most affordable of the Pinehurst courses. If you are planning to move here, I can walk you through all the steps to become a member, and it is one of the best bargains in the country. For more information about golf, vacation packages, or memberships, check out their website at pinehurst.com or call them at 844-330-1669. When it comes to golf front property, it is hit and miss on number 1. There are a few holes with no homes, and even more with just 3 or 4 golf front homes. If you are looking in Pinehurst or anywhere else in the Sandhills, give me a call or text at 845-365-3665 or send an email to brett@hmpfilms.com and I will show you all the area has to offer. Once again, I'm Brett Bevilacqua with Carolina Property Sales. Next week, we play Pinehurst again. Join me to find out which course.